Good morning, folks. Welcome to my live broadcast. The voice of one of many, broadcasting for TBC and broadcasting live at Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Keith Pure, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. This is broadcast number 350. So we're going to have a look around, and we'll share the screen, and we're going to have a look around. Well, we share the screen. The piece in there. And share. Okay, we'll take that out. We're going to have a look at this dashboard here because there are a lot of things. The emphasis obviously is on this mass adoption team, but you got to be careful. Just because you're in, and we don't forget we're looking at 111,111. Just because you're inside those figures doesn't mean to say you're good. As we proceed through the year, many people will fall off into B team. Right now, A team is the one that's moving. We have something like 100,000 or 106,000, might be a little bit more. We're still waiting for the rest to make up the 111,000. Then we will go through as the A team. But what happens is requirements as we're going through. And because another good thing has just come up, we've got the rotator starting for a year ahead of its time. And that starts on May the 1st. So everybody's all excited. It's all right being excited. The thing is, can you keep up? And a lot of people think they can, but they're not listening to what admin is saying. There are requirements as we're going through. Already I'm worried about how I'm going to get there, but maybe we'll get there. And not only is it, the first requirement is the monthly registration fee or each month. It can't fall behind. Then after that, there's two requirements. That's number one. After that, you must have 2 active referrals below you. And what do? They do exactly the same as what you're doing, looking for 2 active referrals below them. If you don't have them below you, then you fall away into B team. That's my understanding. So a lot of these people, they're all excited. They're all got all their questions and saying very well. You might get a shock, and they all do follow the requirements and get through. But as we're getting up around somewhere around August, September, maybe October, then each member is required to refer 1 merchant a week. It's going to be the hardest thing out. And remember, if you keep going until you get till he says stop. But if you don't qualify in the steps as we're going through, then you fall into B team. You fall into B team. You pay the same amount of registration fee, which is 8 grains of gold. Sometimes that's between 25 and 28 US dollars. So you've got to calculate that down into your own currency. And that's how that goes. A lot of people worldwide spoiled this. They spoiled this thing, the rotator being brought forward to shut a lot of them up. And another thing, we've now gone into facial recognition on your account. You can only get in your own account. You can't get into anybody else's via your face recognition. And that's because everybody out there was scamming everybody. And admin admits that's why they jumped in very quickly to add the admin, to add the facial recognition. So we're getting that there. We find half the people don't even know how to work their phones because they don't have a laptop computer or a desktop computer. They only got a phone, so they got to work off everything from their phone. Do their facials on their phone when they go into their site. So if you're listening to me on YouTube, I suggest and you want to refer people, always ask them if they have a laptop preferably, and if they have a smartphone, either iPhone, preferably the Android phone is probably the better of the two, who knows. But if you have at least that, don't refer anyone who does not have any of those tools because you're just wasting your time. Because they can't do anything. And you can't, you can sign up through somebody else's computer, but are you going to use that somebody else's computer all the time? That's the thing with it. Right, and here, we'll just scroll down on this mess. Oh, yeah, okay. Before we go off this page, this is the A team, and this is how it shows. See along that top line, and it says you are in the A team. That's me. I'm referring of the mass adoption team. You are in position 4,191 of 105,518 slots taken. So that's where I am, and we need 6,000, something like that, to fill it, to make it up to 111,111. Okay, so that's how that one works. But everybody's excited. You know, those ones who got figures like 1 single digit or 2, 3, 4, they're all excited because they're right up the front. But like I just finished saying, there are requirements. If you don't fulfill those requirements, then you go all the way from the top, all the way down to B team. Then those ones who could not get into the first 111,111 move up into those spots, and they fulfill them if they can. I'm predicting myself there'll be more falling out of the A team into the B team than there is going up. Okay, and here's why. We scroll down and we go down to the mature TBC community structure. You'll see over here, starting 1,110 and 1. That makes it 11. Here we go, 10,000 right up to 1. It makes 11,111 in total. That's the A team. And once that's full, and we can't fill it any more than that, then they go down into a forming what is formed a B team, which is where you see these 100,000, then so on and so on. Then it gets bigger and bigger, and they go down to the million bracket. Okay, so if any one of these fall out and can't fulfill the requirement, one of these ones out of here, out of the 100,000 lot, move up to replace, and those ones who fall out come down to here. So you get it? So, but as we go through, the requirements are going to get more stiffer and stiffer. We're on the building scheme now, and we're doing it as a rotator. So we pay 8 grains monthly into admin. 4 grains of that comes back to you as a bonus, a Bitcoin bounty, plus 10% of the 8 grains or 25, I think it's 8 grains, is put into the rotator on a monthly basis. That all gets spread out amongst the 18, the qualifying 18. Not a lot to start off, not a lot, but it will get bigger and bigger as the community grows. That's what a lot of people didn't get onto this, because they all had big eyes with dollar signs stuck in them, and they were scamming left, right, and centre out of this poor structure here. And now they're screaming that this is a scam, or was a scam. Now it's not, because it's become real. Yeah, and for the new ones who may get to watch this video, I don't know. Go to the West. Go to the West, where the people are more educated and can see. Don't go to the African countries. Our admin is saying go to the West. Don't go to the African countries. You're dealing with people who walk right around on elephants, who don't have phones, and if they do have a phone, they don't know how to work it, or they've got no Wi-Fi or data. So go to the West, the countries in the West. New Zealand is a good place. And so that's what happens. But at the very end, what the idea is here, because we only have one person dealing with everything at the moment with TBC, he is the creator, it's one person, he hasn't got a name, or he's got an admin name, but what his goal is to once, and I don't know whether it's this year, I'm picking it sometime early next year, these top here, 111, are going to be the ones who control TBC. It's the top 3 layers. We already know who's on the top there, and it's not the admin. So everybody else has got a chance to get into the 110, which is left. Okay, good luck to them, because it's not going to be an easy ride. Yeah, so that's reality, and it works. People have been slamming this TBC community down, left, right, and centre. But as of only 3 days away, maybe 4, when the rotator starts, then we'll see money coming in. It won't be a lot of money to start off, but as we get bigger and bigger, the idea is to get the community up to 1 billion people. So each coin can have its true value of $1 billion in value. I'm not sure if it's US dollars or Euro dollars. So that's for one coin. But we need to bring in 1 billion people. So if we can refer a lot of people into this, where they're getting money as they're going through a little bit, but like I said, the more that goes into their community, the bigger it pays out. And you're getting paid as you're going up. But then I said earlier on, there are requirements. So there will be people that will fall away. And we're going to try and deal with 3.5 billion people and to help them out. The whole, the whole idea of TBC is to eradicate poverty worldwide. Now, what's happening now, we've got the coronavirus, which a lot of people were saying it's only a hoax. Well, everybody has their opinion. I'm sort of stuck halfway. I don't know if it's a hoax or if it's real. Because too many people are dying daily from something. Can't be the coal, all of it. All right, so we'll get back to the structure because that's what you'll be more interested in as the world locks itself down. Now, on the news, New Zealand news yesterday, the crude oil, a barrel, was $37 minus. So it could come a time where we get no oil, crude oil in New Zealand or any other country, in fact. And a lot of people will say, wow, that's cheap. Until this person who deals with crude oil explained how that works. It's $37 minus. So he says what happened is when a country orders, say, 1 million barrels of crude oil, the oil companies have to pay $37 for a barrel of crude oil. They got to pay the ones who are ordering. And they're saying now the oil companies will shut right down. They won't pay anybody that. They just won't go that far. So they're talking about a shutdown in crude oil. When that happens, who knows? Then they're talking about famine. I see a bit of it in the news now. News about famine coming through. Hell, New Zealand, that's where I'm from, New Zealand. We already got 6,000 in one town who is struggling to eat. And we only got a mass population of less than 5 million people. If we don't get ourselves out of and get our markets up and running again, we will have close to 1 million people unemployed in New Zealand on its own. Okay, so that's where we're at. But like most countries, you'll get people that will sit on the fence, and then when they see it going, they'll go and ask the wrong person to explain it. But what you don't do is you tell them, go check the blog out. You don't need to explain anything to them. You just tell them, go read the blog, because that's what the blog is for. Now, if you don't know where the blog is, it's right here. See, under education. There's an old blog in there. One now we're dealing with is the new private blog. Okay, that's that one there. Now this is just something new. It's only just coming. Okay, gold-backed money will mean global inequality. Think about that. So that's what that's saying. Yeah. Yeah. Most of these things on the new blog are videos, and they're long videos, so it's not really worth playing them because our broadcasts are only 30 minutes or maximum of 45 minutes, and that is free. And that is free. Okay, so we'll just go back to this dashboard again and we'll see if you picked on all of that. So that's the TBC structure, community structure. Yeah. Then if you read down, all of these are still in place. We're in a distribution phase right now. Now, as of first, I'm not sure what phase is that where that puts us. Whether that puts us into the economy phase, I don't know. But we have a new, what they call a new rotator program coming up. But I'll just finish off this page down here. This is the dashboard. And we'll go down and have a look how much 8 grains are worth today in US dollars. So, sorry, the sun is right on my face. So if I just type in 8 grains here, the number 8 is, wow, it's nearly $29. Woo. So just deal with, if you're paying, your fees, your membership fees, is put in $29 US, because it's that gold has gone up, and our payments are dealt in grains of gold. Grains of gold, not grams. Grains of gold, and that's a value of 8 grains today. Okay, $29 US. So we go back up to the dashboard, and when you refer people, take them for a brief run through your dashboard. And this is your dashboard along here. Okay, everything that's along there. So you're in the dashboard now. So that's the very end one, and we're running now what you call a mass adoption team. Okay, and the next one are weekly meetings. So as of New Zealand time, our meetings, all of these countries except for a couple, is held New Zealand time around 5 a.m. every Tuesday week. 5 a.m. New Zealand time. Now, whatever other time in the other countries, I don't know what time that is. So, and then your rewards are in there, okay? And your broadcasts, don't worry about that. Marketing. Now, you got your referral link. If you want to send out your referral link to people, there's your referral link there. There's mine, crinkle.cash/link equals my username 22YY, copy it, and just put it out on Facebook or wherever you want to put it, Twitter, and places like that. Okay, so and they come out of marketing. Now we go into this place called PDF guides in the same place. Now we'll just miss that Bitcoin bounties here. We'll go down to what we call TBC mass adoption, which we're gearing up for right now. Okay, here we go. TBC, mass adoption, and rotator. Like I said, it starts off in a few days, 1st of May. Okay, so people need to have paid up April, and then when they go into May, pay May. Okay, and you don't qualify for that month until they actually receive your payment. And the payment is done by Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum only. No cash and no other currency. Right. All right. So, and here it all is here. So if you have got the time, just go in and read what this is all about. Okay. And you just keep going down. Admin fees 8 grand per month. Okay, here's what happens. So like I said, we're starting off too early. We've started off a year early on this rotator. But when you get to something like 10 million members times $12.50 per month, out of the mass adoption team of 111,111, that $125 million is divided up equally, I think, amongst that 111,111. Now, I heard something different yesterday, but however, doesn't matter. Okay, so, that's the start and the end of it. So, when you get your referrals, see, there's the A team. And when you join the A team, the beauty about joining in the A team for it and TBC, whereas when I started, we had to purchase our TBCs. One TBC coin was $100 US to buy. But now, when you register, and this is just your registration, monthly registration, if you register on the first day of the month, you get not only you get yourself registered, you also get 30 whole TBCs that goes into your wallet. That's yours. But if you register on the 2nd of the month, you get 29, and so on. If you register on day 3 of the month, then you only get 28. But if there's 30, if there's 30 days, 31 days in the month, the last day of the 31st day, you get nothing. So best to get in between 1 and 30. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing right now, and then I'm going to come out. Where stop sharing. And sorry about the sun, the reflections in my face and so on. Anyway, that's my broadcast for number 350. I'll be starting maybe next week regular ones, maybe up to 2 or 3 a week. But yeah, until next week, have a great day. Yeah, get your referrals in, spread the word about TBC around, and we're in. And yeah, enjoy yourself. Right, stop recording.